I'm going to give you the sales secrets, strategies, and tips that you need to make $10,000 per month with your social media marketing agency. But these strategies and tips will also apply if you just have a marketing business, whether you do coaching, consulting, or anything of that nature. In this video, I'm going to give you everything you need to become a master at sales. Because if you can master sales, you will make more money, you will scale your business in record-breaking time, and you'll have the freedom to now do what you want. Make sure you follow along till the end of this video because I'm going to give you everything you need to know about selling social media and marketing services. Each of these tips that I'm going to give you are crucially important, so make sure you don't miss any of them. Again, I just want to stress the fact that these are going to work whether you offer social media management, content creation, paid advertising, or coaching or consulting to your clients. So tip number one, and this is the most important thing you need to understand about sales, is that you need to listen more than you speak. When selling anything online via a phone call or maybe even a Zoom call, there's three key things that need to happen for a business to trust you and pay you money. They've got to know you, like you, and trust you before they pay you money, which means that if you don't listen to what they're saying and you don't effectively understand what it is they're trying to achieve in their business or what they've done that hasn't worked for them in the past, you're not going to be able to accurately diagnose their problems with your solution, and you're not going to get that trust from them. So make sure you are actively listening when you're on a sales call with a prospect. Do whatever you need to do to make sure that it all goes into your head and you truly understand where they're coming from. Because when you are selling something to a business owner, you are selling them a transformation. You need to explain to them how they can go from where they're at right now to where they want to be. And you can only do that if you really understand where they're at and where they want to go to. If you get off a sales call and you spoke for 70 or 80% of the time, it's quite rare that you're going to close that deal. Now on the flip side, if your client spoke for 90% of the time, that's probably a little bit imbalanced as well. You need that fine balance of you listening more than you speak, but you don't want to swing the pendulum too far in either direction. The second thing you need to understand if you want to improve your sales and make more money with your business is that you have to pretend that the person you're speaking to is incredibly interesting, right? Imagine the person you're speaking to has a big sign around their neck, right? And there's two things written on this sign. And that sign says, make me feel really, really important. So you need to be engaged when you're listening to the person. You need to nod, you need to agree with them, you need to smile, you need to laugh. You need to do these things that show that you're actually engaged, you're really interested. And of course, you've got to ask the right questions. If they speak to you about how they tried some paid advertising a couple months back and it didn't really work out, let's figure out why. Ask them some more questions, be interested in what they're saying, and the more someone opens up to you, the more effectively you can, again, diagnose their problem with your solution. Tip number three that's going to help you sell more of your services is that you have to be a human on the call. You've got to laugh, you've got to tell jokes, just be a human. Time and time again, inside my mentorship program, I get messages from my students where they got off a sales call, and when we dive into what they did on the call, we realized pretty quickly that they were super serious, they didn't crack a smile, they didn't crack any jokes, and they were obviously very, very nervous on that call. And even if they weren't nervous, because they were so serious, one, it just seemed very boring. Two, it didn't really look like they were interested in the prospect. And three, it actually looked like they were nervous because of how serious they were. This piece of advice here drastically improved my sales for my business. So next time you're on a sales call or preparing for a sales call, make sure you remind yourself to laugh, right? Crack a couple jokes, and smile back and forth with that person. Now stick with me guys, we've got two more tips that I need to explain to you, and again, these are crucially important, so make sure that you stay till the end of this video. Also at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a free coaching call with myself where we can look at everything you're doing and I can explain to you what you need to do to improve your sales and make more money for your SMMA business. Point number four is that you have to give value and give advice. Now don't get it confused, you have to listen more than you speak, okay? But when you're speaking, you have to position yourself in a position of authority. And the easiest way to show that you know what you're speaking about and you are an authority figure that deserves to be paid, you're going to do that by giving advice to your prospect. Give them relevant advice and give them advice that you know will work. And this advice is going to be based off of what you've already asked them. So if you've asked them about paid ads before and they explain to you a horror story that they had with Facebook ads, when you're giving value, make sure that it relates back to those problems that they experienced. I just want to stress the fact that you don't want to give value and advice for the whole call, right? The call is meant to be you asking them questions to see if they'd be a good fit to work with you. Whereas if you spend most of the call where they ask you questions and you just answer their questions, that's less of a sales call now, and that's probably more of a coaching. So if you want to sell your services, ask more, and then when you're speaking, make sure you drop in nuggets of advice. And the final tip that I have for you is a really damn important one. When you are asking questions, you need to ask hard qualifying questions. Questions that start with when, where, and how. When would you like to get started? When would be a good time for you to get started with something like this? Where do you see your business in the next 3 to 4 months if we were to work together? Where would you like to see your business in 3 months if we were to start a partnership together? How much do you need to be making per month for this to make sense? How much of an ROI would you need to see in the first 3 months of working with us for this to make sense for you? Those are some examples of hard qualifying questions. Okay, oftentimes when people are new to sales, they stick to questions such as, does that sound good? Do you want to get started? And these are fine questions, they can work, but they don't work as well as those questions right there. These questions basically help your prospect to imagine what it would be like to work with you. And if they can imagine what it's like to work with you, they've already gone and jumped through that conclusion in their head, it's more likely that their logical brain will agree to work with you because they've already imagined the amazing results that they might see if they did work with you. So if you do want to be in with a chance of winning a free coaching call with myself, all you've got to do is make sure you are following my new Instagram page. The link to that is going to be down in the description of this video, or you can find it on my channel. I randomly pick people who follow me on that page to hop on a quick coaching call with me every couple of months. So definitely make sure you are over there. I also give out a ton of advice on there anyways, so it's a win-win even if you don't win the call. And if you want to learn more about how I sign clients consistently for my social media marketing agency and how I've been able to scale my agency up to $50,000 per month, consider checking out the 6-Figure Accelerator program. The link to that is in the description. This is not a course, guys. This is a mentorship program where you get a course from me, you get weekly live coaching calls, and you get daily one-to-one coaching from myself. Go down below, check that out, and if you have any questions, you can book in a call with me to ask me those questions. If you got value from this video, consider checking out some of my other videos related to how to sign clients for SMMA, how to find the best niche for your SMMA business, and a bunch of other advice that I've posted on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you got value from this video, and I will see you in the next video.